Hi, my name is Mark Davidson. I'm the principal trombonist of the Utah Symphony. When I was a kid, I knew I wanted to play a brass instrument. My brother was actually a trumpet player, and I wanted to follow in his footsteps, but my parents quickly put me on a different path. I really had an appreciation for the sonorous quality, this deep, rich, full, dark sound. And quickly on, when I started in middle school, it was something that I was drawn to and just developed a curiosity for pretty quickly. My path as a student was not based in the orchestral field. I grew up in Texas, and it's very band heavy. I played in lots of wind ensembles. Any sort of city or region tryout was always based in the band setting. And it wasn't until I progressed through to Juilliard for my master's was actually the first time, my first experiences in an orchestra. So that was really the first time I had become acquainted with the repertoire that we play with the Utah Symphony. The trombone's role in the orchestra has a lot of variety. I would say most of the time we do not have the melody, and being in the back row, we have a responsibility of laying down a foundation or a platform a lot of times for other voices to play on. So a skill set isn't necessarily based on exuberant playing or virtuosic solo parts of the repertoire. A lot of it is very distinguished to just tuning chords and block sound and having a sound that doesn't move. That's something that's blendable for colleagues to play with. I have a few different trombones. This is a Shire's instrument. I'm a Shire's artist, and this is a horn that I've chosen to play because it best fits what I do in the orchestra. If I were to switch horns, if we were to play something maybe by Mozart, I would use my alto trombone, just because it's more appropriate for the time period and for the ensemble. And the sound is a smaller sound. It's a brighter sound that's more appropriate for blending in the group and creating this unity. So here's the trombone, and then we have a mouthpiece. The two separated, you have just the mouthpiece. If you were to do the same thing into the trombone, it would just sound like I'm blowing air. But when we combine the two together, that's when we're able to resonate the instrument. There are a few special effects on the trombone. The most common one is this, the glissando. It's the only instrument that regularly is called to demonstrate the glissandi regularly. A lot of modern works throughout actually all range of the repertoire. You can, at any time, there's all sorts of opportunities for to use glissandi, and then as well as vibrato. Just an extra way as a trombonist that we can add an extra element to an expression through vibrato with the slide. I love playing in this orchestra because of the camaraderie. It's a very close-knit group. I consider everybody in the orchestra to be a close friend of mine, and it's a different work environment, I think, than usual, in that we all are in constant congregation with one another, whether it's on stage playing music or then off stage in between on our breaks or before or after rehearsals. We have many events outside of work that are designed to bring the community together, as well as the orchestra that brings us closer together as colleagues and friends, and in some ways you could view it as a family. What I love about music is the variety. The variety between the same week of playing the same repertoire, that every rehearsal, every concert is different. Every interaction with entrance that you have in the music is unique. It's never exactly the same. So that's all within the framework of 1 week. But we have, multiple weeks of different repertoire within the same week. So there is always variety. There's always change, and in the variety and how I treat the art form just comes more and more each year. I tend to like what I do more and more because I learn more and more about it, and I'm more proficient in it, and I'm able to express the composer's intentions of whatever it is that we're playing at that time at a higher level each time I do it. One of the pieces in the solo repertoire, a new upcoming piece that a good friend of mine actually wrote. It's titled Red Sky, and it's based on the Big Bang Theory. And I'm going to play the introduction for you, and this is really the moment at which in the music where the universe is created.